Yes, thank you for leaving your message for me today. It means a lot to me. Thank you for tuning into Music Access. I'm glad you enjoy Music Access. And yes, thank you for wishing me luck. And I will definitely work my hardest for you guys. So guys, please stay tuned in every day, all day, because, I'm here waiting for you guys and your messages. Thank you very much, Santi from Mexico. Alright, guys, it is already time to wrap up the first hour. I hope you had a great time in the first hour. In the second hour, we'll come back with all the latest star fashion trends with Ellie in Style. Our last song for the first hour was requested by Marcela from Chile. Marcela requested Look at Me Now by Chris Brown featuring Lil Wayne. See you guys in a bit.
Music Access.
What up, guys? You're listening to the second hour of Music Access with me, Aron of New East. In the second hour today, we're talking about what our idol stars are wearing and giving out styling tips for our fans abroad with Ellie in Style. Continuing from last week, we have our original idol group style special, part 2, in store for you. This week's idol groups are G.O.D. and Finkel. If you're curious about their style during the heyday 10 years ago, make sure to stay tuned in. And if you're in a fashion crisis or need fashion advice, just ask Ellie. Just click www.arirangfm.co.kr/musicaccess and leave me a message on our Music Access message board. You can send in your song requests as well. Alright guys, we're going to listen to a song before we come back with Ellie in Style. MW from Korea requested Good Night by Sea Clown.
조금만 기다려줘 할 말 있어 어디까지만 이 밤의 끝에서 너와 나 우리 둘만 내 불빛 나를 더 감싸는 이 공간에 네가 있어 내가 너를 원하고 있어 빛으로만 아름다운 밤을 덮는 Take my hand girl 지금 이 순간 느껴지나요 Baby do you feel it too now Come a little closer be with me now 감고 기대 baby 너만을 위해 오늘 하루만 너의 침대 갖다 줄게 이 방에 불빛이 없어 Just right 이 분위기에 네게 탑이 졸지 않으려고 노력할게 All night 밤을 새며 너와 춤추고 싶어 이 밤이 타기 전까지 너의 곁에 있고 싶어 난 너만의 The only reason that you would ever want to now look up honey I got a surprise for you 말로 표현이 안 되는 밤 발걸음이 가벼워 춤을 추는 달 날 스쳐 지나는 바람도 날 주는 별빛도 나를 더 설레게 해요 이 밤이 지나가기 전까지 내 곁을 떠나지만 네 곁은 아무도 없는 광대뿐이야 꿈만 네가 아는 거래 너의 눈을 바라만 봐도 스스로 나는 떨어 이런 나를 너는 알기나 할까 모르겠다 그냥 잠이나 자자 오늘 밤 좋은 꿈꾸기 빌어 Dream like 너의 꿈을 환하게 비춰 벌써 이 밤이 깊어져만 가 둘만의 시간이 멈춰버렸으면 해 아직 이대로 잠들긴 너무 싫어요 조금만 나와 함께 있어요 너와 나 우리 둘만 불빛 나를 더 감싸는 이 공간에 네가 있어 내가 너를 원하고 있어 나는 표현이 안 되는 밤 발걸음이 가벼워 춤을 추는 달날 스쳐 지나는 바람도 날 주는 별빛도 나를 더 설레게 해요 Good night, good night, good night, my love Good night, good night, good night, my love 그 불빛들 걷는 듯한 이 기분 아직 설레는 듯해 Feel so nice
Curious about idol star styles? Don't look it up online. Just ask Ellie on Ellie in Style. Hi, Ellie.
Hi, Aron.
Can you say hi to our listeners, who are anxiously waiting for you this week?
Hello. I'm sorry. My voice is a bit strange today.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
The weather is really hot outside, and then suddenly it's getting cold inside because of the air conditioner.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
why.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me say hi again. Hello, everyone. Hello. I'm back. Ellie.
Yes, Ellie is back, guys. And, judging by how you prepare for the corner, I think you're a very detailed person.
Really? That's
Are-
such a compliment.
Are you kind of like a perfectionist, like about work and like...
No.
No.
Totally the opposite.
Total opposite. No, not
I'm really disorganized. Well, did we talk about this blood type in the beginning? I don't remember. I'm O type, so definitely not. Usually blood type A's are organized to be considered to be organized
Really?
in Korea.
I'm both type A, but I'm not organized.
No?
that's
That's too
weird.
bad. Well, anyway, I'm not I try to be perfectionist when I'm at work.
Right.
Because, when you are working with a lot of professionals, like our writers and producers and everyone here,
Right.
including you, Aaron. So I try my best to be perfectionist.
All right. And I noticed that Dunas, who seem like perfect when they're outside.
Yes.
Like when they go back home, like they take off their socks and they
Oh,
get really
no.
grubby and they're like to their Tongse younger brother, like, do this for me. Like, are you like that?
You have a sister at home, don't you?
Yeah, I have a sister at home.
That's why you know the truth.
Yes.
Well, kind of true. But, I live with my cousins, right?
Right.
Hyungjun and Kibam. But since they're cousins, I
Right.
can't really show them how I really behave at home
Right.
or how I do or whatever I do at home.
Right.
So basically, I try not to show everything or order them to do something because,
Oh.
they have a lot of fans. They might kill me. That's why. Well, yeah, but it is true. I wear pajamas and I have my hair like fussy going
Yes.
all over.
I know girls are a little more different like when they go back home because I know guys, like for guys, to be honest, we're kind of the same inside and outside.
Uh-huh.
Doesn't really matter. But I know girls are like when they go outside they seem perfect and then when they go inside their homes like they look like bums.
No, but to be honest, I don't look like bomb when I'm at home. I try to look not pretty, but at least a little bit more organized because
Right.
when I'm at home, that's the only time I look into the mirror and see myself, and I start thinking, "Oh my God, Ellie, you gotta do something with yourself." So yeah, I guess I look a little bit more organized than the original Lunas out, who are looking different, like
Yeah.
couch potatoes.
Alright guys, since last week we've been following up on Original Idol Group Style Special, and it's time for part 2 today. Last week we discussed the styles for HOT and SES. Who are we going to talk about today?
Yay, this is the second part of the first generation of the K-pop idol stars. It's the god and the goddess. Yay, G.O.D. and Pinkle.
Wow, G.O.D. and Pinkle.
Yes.
It's last week it was a guy group and a girl group, and again it's a guy group, girl group this week. I think they're probably the most popular guys and girls of the time, right?
That's right. They were so-called the god and the goddess at the first, the
Really?
K-pop time, in the mid 90s, or actually the late 90s.
Right.
That's when I was like teenager.
Right.
Well, I miss those old times. Yay. And I think when SES were so-called fairies or nymphs,
Yeah.
I would say Pinkle was the goddess.
Wow.
So they were the
Like
two
rivals.
Right, exactly.
Oh.
The top two tiers.
Well, what does Pinkle stand for?
Pinkle. Oh, can you guess? Actually, it's a Finkel.
Finkel. It's Finkel if you read it in English, but we'll say Pinkle.
It's originally, I heard it's like, I think it was like fine killing liberty. It doesn't make sense in English, but it does make sense if you go separately. Fine, it's really good. Fine, as you know.
Yeah.
Killing liberty. This one needs a little bit more definition.
Yeah,
At the time, I guess a lot of teenagers were trying to have liberty because, in Korea, most of the students were, stuck in the school studying for SAT to go to the university.
Right.
So they were kind of cheering or shouting out for liberty and freedom.
Right.
So not try to kill the liberty, but they will do anything to have the liberty achieved.
Yeah.
I guess, that's what they were called.
Wow. Do you know who the members were of Pinkle?
Yeah, I'm sure you know them very well. Ihyori,
Yes, Iori.
who are currently on air all the time.
Right.
Very sexy. She symbolizes.
Right.
And Ok-Joo-hyun and Song-Yuri and Ijin. Song-Yuri and Ijin, they are, working as an actress nowadays.
Right.
Yeah, you can see them in Korean dramas a lot, mainly on TV.
Right.
And Hyori is...
Let's see her solo.
She's back. Yes,
yeah,
that's right.
She came back with a solo, guys. Check that out. But they made their debut in 1998, so it's been 15 years since they've been active.
Oh my, does that mean that I'm like 15 years older than when I was a teenager? Oh my god, I don't want to go back.
All right, guys. We're going to take a look at the fashion styles from 15 years ago. If you come to our Music Access homepage and check out our gallery, you can see the pictures of their styles. Come take a look and post your comments. I can't wait to see what sort of amazing fashion styles, our idols from the past were sporting on Original Idol Group Style Special 2. But let's get right to it. Let's get right into Pinkle style.
Yay. Pinkle, that really gives me a lot of memories, or reminds me a lot of memories.
Yeah.
Well, if you look into the photos I have prepared,
Yeah.
I hope you can take a look at it.
Yeah.
Well, mostly since they were also the rival with the SES last week.
Right.
Yes, they were called the goddess because they started looking pure, innocent, white. Yes, the goddesses, and mainly were like white clothes and dresses. But they started with white pants.
Oh, okay.
And also, I remember wearing them too. But they all got always dirty after once. We wear them once because it was raining all the time in monsoon season. Oh, too bad they don't look as good as they did. But yeah, and also they had white accessory hairpins. But mainly, their fashion style was basically just white clothing.
Right.
With 생머리, with the long straight hair.
Yeah.
That was the symbol of Pinkle.
Oh, really?
And of course, fair skin.
Fair skin.
Yes.
Of course.
That's right. And not only that, that was when they started with their debut.
Right.
But after the second album and the third album,
All right.
they had this, I remember, most of all the teenagers or even the school students or even this in early 20 girls, they were all wearing so-called leg warmer.
Right.
Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I know the leg
leg
legs.
warmer, right.
Yeah. This they're here.
Exactly. Jian is wearing it in the photo.
With the stripe, guys. If you look at it,
Right.
the purple. I think purple. I don't know what color this is. The stripes. Yep.
Right. And leg warmers. And after that, they were wearing these one with the ringlets on the arm.
Right.
But they are also called, I think it was anklets.
Yeah, anklets.
Or
yeah,
leg
yeah.
warmers. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was in a really, really trendy. And they had this high heel walker.
Yeah.
They always wore that with really, really short with school uniforms, like skirt.
Oh.
Yeah, that's actually all began because of Hyori.
Oh, really? The
Because
short...
they themselves were teenagers at
Right.
the time, and they start to like flip their skirts to
Yeah.
make it shorter,
Wow.
but which were not really allowed at the time.
Oh.
So as you can see in the photo, you know what we talked about this year?
Yeah, right.
Remember the patterns?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, the checked.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Those patterns are all coming back, which was like 15 years ago.
Right.
Basically. So it's like retro, and 15 years ago, those retro kind of patterns are all really in trends in our like parents' generation also.